And this is how the resulting workflow looks like. In Telegram, from the menu, you can select one of the workflows to execute, one of the commands. If you press Start Morning Routine, then the morning routine workflow is running. If you press Get Today Tasks, then the Todoist workflow is running. So first of all, let's go to the Telegram bot. In this Telegram bot, as you can see now, there is only 3 options available in the context menu. Actually, in one of the previous videos on this channel, we have created a bot called Workflow Master A, Unreasonable AI, and we have already added a number of elements, including this kind of context menu and the description and also the logo of the bot. In order to modify it, we should go to the bot further. And in bot further, you can, by the way, see the same context menu here, but of the bot further, and you should choose My Bots. We should find the bot which we have created. This is the bot I currently have, only one. So I click on the bot, then I go to Edit Bot, and in the Edit Bot, there is an option called Edit Comments. If we press it, it tells us that we need to paste here the comments and the description of the comments in a particular format. This is exactly the format. So what we'll be doing now, we will actually paste here once again the comments which I already defined. You have seen before these 3 comments, and I added additional one now, check stats, so that you can see that it's modified in the real time. So I just pasted this message and I'm sending the message here. It tells me that success, comments list updated. Let's go back to our bot and check it. We go back to the bot, Unreasonable AI Workflow Master A, and we go to the context menu. In this menu, you can see now there is a new one, new comment available, check stats, and there is description. This check stats will start workflow to check YouTube channel performance. Now, the next step, we are going to n8n. In n8n, first of all, I would like to create credentials related to this bot. So how to do it? Now you can see that I have just 2 credentials, Notion and OpenAI. I would like to connect this Telegram bot to n8n. I go back here to Telegram, and in Telegram, we go to the bot further. We once again find the bot, My Bots. I click on the bot, and I can see, since the bot is already created, I just need the API token. So I click API token, and you can see the token here. I copy it. I go back to n8n, and in n8n, I create new credential. I search for Telegram API, continue, and the only thing I need to do is just to paste the token. So we're pasting the token here, and by the way, we can rename the bot. So the bot name is Unreasonable AI Workflow Assistant A. I save it. As you can see, these credentials are added and we can now utilize them in the workflows. So let's go to the workflows. In the workflow, I have started one new workflow assistant. It's a very simple one. Actually, there is nothing inside, only the Telegram trigger. So we added the Telegram trigger. And for the Telegram trigger node here, I would like to select these credentials which we have just created, and it will trigger a message. By the way, we can see if it works. If you press now, actually we can go back and we can just press test workflow. Okay, it tells me that I need to deactivate the workflow. It was before active. I deactivate the workflow. So the workflow is like inactive. We are testing it. And now it waits for the messages to be sent. Let's go back to Telegram. In Telegram, we go again to our bot and let's just send something. Hi there. Just a message. You can see that the workflow in n8n has been executed, and if we come here, we can see that that's the message which arrived. Hi there. Let's see what will be happening if we'll be pressing the context menu button in Telegram. So we will press this bin button and press test workflow again. Going back to Telegram, and let's start the workflow. Let's start the first one, start morning routine. I do this. So in n8n something happens. Let's go here. And as we can see, when we press this button, that's the JSON object which arrived to n8n. And actually, it's just a normal message with a text /start morning routine. You can also see here that it's a bot command. So there is a entities field here which says that it's a bot comment. So the difference between just a normal message and this thing which we defined is that it is a bot comment, and the name of the comment is /start morning routine. Okay, so what we'll do next? First of all, let's pin this data. So if you go back here, we see that we have a comment start morning routine. That's the data coming from Telegram. We'll just pin this node. It means that this data will be available. We don't need to rerun Telegram once again to send a message. So the next thing we'll do, we'll add a switch node. I would like n8n to switch depending on the type of the comment we're receiving from Telegram and start various workflows. So let's use the switch node. Since we pinned the data, we can see that the data is here to the left side. I ask you to select the schema format. In this way, we'll be able to use expressions, and we'll do the following. So we have four different comments. We have start morning routine. We have the get today tasks, run email analyzer, and check stats. These are the comments which are available. So we should add here four different options. For now, I will add just two. Since in this way you'll be able to see how it works. Later you can add also two additional options if required. The options we'll be adding will be start morning routine and get today tasks. Start morning routine is already here. Get today tasks will be another command we'll be using just to test. So first of all, what we are doing, we are taking the this field here, text start morning routine, we're dragging it here, and it's a string. So I tested different, let's say different options, and actually the way it works, since it has a slash in the beginning, so the best way is not set is equal to and then write /start morning routine, but in the string here select contains. So it should contains, and it should contain this element start morning routine. I will do it without slash, not to have any problems. So it should contain start morning routine. It's going to be the rule number one, and we'll rename the output so that we can see which branch is active. Before renaming, let's actually add another rule, and I'll show you how it works. So let's add another rule, and another rule will going to be exactly the same. So the same field, but we're checking if it contains, if the string contains. The second option is get today tasks. So I'll just paste it here. So there are two, currently there are two branches. So if you close it here, you can see switch, and here you can see it's 0, and then you can see it's 1. By the way, so it's not really very self-descriptive. That's why we can do the following. We can go back, and here we can rename the output. This will just say that this switch node will lead us to the branch which will start morning routine. So it's going to be morning routine workflow. We're going to name it like this. And the next one is going to be today tasks workflow. I will say Todoist workflow, so that it's easier for me to check. So if you go back here, you can see that switch node now has two outcoming like ways for the information to go after the switch node. It's going to be forwarded either to the morning routine route or to the Todoist workflow route. So let's try to test it. First, I'll press this button here. I'll go to, by the way, let's unpin this data. If you want to test it with the real-time data, let's unpin the data, and let's press test workflow. Now I go to Telegram, and in Telegram, I try first, it's again the morning routine. You can see that the morning routine item, this one item has passed here, which looks like all working. Let's try another one. So once again, we stop it here, and we press again test workflow, and let's try the get today tasks. Yeah, you can see that one item text appeared here. It means that this branch will be active. So what we'll do now on the next step, we'll create two separate workflows, some kind of dummy workflows for the morning routine workflow and for the Todoist workflow, so that you can see that depending on the message you are sending in Telegram or on the option you were selecting in Telegram, different workflows are being executed. This is a very powerful concept, executing the workflow different workflows depending on Telegram message, because you can actually modify and add a lot of different comments in Telegram and have hundreds of workflows, different ones which are to be executed. So now we'll go and create two workflows, one for morning routine and one for Todoist. We go back to the list of the workflows. This one I'll save, by the way. So let's create a workflow. One of them will be morning routine, workflow 1, morning routine. And here we will add a trigger, and the trigger will be the following one. You can just type work and this one, execute sub workflow. So it means that it's going to be executed when it's triggered from another n8n workflow. That's exactly what we need. So I press it, and here what is very important, please select accept all data at this current stage. It should be like this, and we save it. So it's workflow 1 morning routine. We go back and we create another one, which is going to be Todoist workflow. So it's going to be workflow 2, Todoist. Okay, and here we are doing exactly the same. We're selecting the trigger when executed from another workflow and selecting once again here accept all data. Let's save it, and now let's go back to our main workflow assistant. So here for the branch morning routine, we will add another node, and the node will be execute sub workflow. We select it, and here we can choose the workflow for the first one. So the first one is the morning routine one, and we can find it here from the list of the workflows which we defined. I have different ones. So this one is we just created W1 morning routine. So I select it, and mode run once with all items. Yeah, I think it's fine. Let's close it, let's save it, and let's add for the Todoist workflow the same, calling another workflow, and it's going to be this one, W2 Todoist workflow. Let's save it. And now we'll do the following. So let's make a test. We will make a test workflow. It's waiting for the message. We go to Telegram, and in Telegram, let's run Todoist one. So get today tasks. So it called the workflow successfully. What we are doing now, we are going to this workflow, the Todoist one. We are opening it. We are going to executions. And in the executions, you can actually see what has happened. So there was a successful execution of this workflow. Let's double click on it, and we can see which item has been passed from another workflow. And this is exactly the item we are having, this get today tasks. So what switch node did, it just forwarded the message from the previous node into this workflow. Why it is important for us to go here? I would like to make sure I'm in JSON view. So I just copy selection. And then I go back here to the workflow itself. So not to executions, but to Todoist workflow. So what I would like to do now, I would like to add here another Telegram node, and be able to respond from this workflow to our Telegram bot that this workflow has been executed. In order to do so, we need to know into which chat to send the messages. And to make it automatic, we would ideally need to take the incoming data into this workflow, and from this data, check the chat ID and respond to the chat ID. How we do it? We just copied the JSON data. This is the format in which it's coming. We can go here and we set mock data. We just delete all of the things here, and we'll set this mock data which was coming in the last execution. I save it, and now you can see that this data is pinned here. There is the pin icon. I add Telegram. In the Telegram node, let's send a message, send a text message. And here, since the data is pinned, we can actually find chat ID in the data which is coming from another workflow. And chat ID is here. We just drag and drop this data here. And the text message which we will write, let's just remember, it's Todoist workflow. So the text message will be Todoist workflow execution started. Okay, and I also add another thing. I add here n8n attribution. I would deselect it so that it doesn't add that the message was created by n8n into the Telegram message once it responds. We can, by the way, test it. Let's press test. Everything is fine. If you go to Telegram, you can see here that the message was sent to this workflow, execution started. Now we will save this workflow with sub workflow. We go back and we do exactly the same with the morning routine one. Since the data sent to morning routine will be exactly the same, more or less the same as the one sent to Todoist, we can do similar stuff just to define it. We can go here, we can say set mock data, we paste the data, And now we add the Telegram node, send message, and now we just move here chat ID, and the text will be morning routine workflow started. There's the step. You can see that morning routine workflow message is coming, but you can see this appending of the n8n text. We can do it here. Just again, we go to add fields, append n8n attribution. We deselect it. We try again, and you can see that the message is coming normal way. Perfect. So we are saving this workflow. Never forget to save. Going back, let's go back to our original one, workflow assistant, and let's make a test. So we're here. Let's, by the way, just I think what we can do, not just make a test, everything should work finally now. We just activate the workflow. So when it's active, we don't need any longer to press test workflow. It's listening for the messages coming from this bot, and it will be responding to us. So let's first make a test. We just write a message, hi there. There is no answer. Absolutely fine, because it's neither morning routine nor Todoist workflow. If we press the menu button here and let's check get to the today tasks, it's not working, and let's check why it's not working. I think I remember, I know why it's not working. If we go back to our Todoist workflow, we can see that the data is actually pinned. We should unpin this data here, save it. We go back. We go to the morning routine workflow as well. It's also pinned here. Yeah, because we use the mock data, we unpin it, we save it. And now we go back. The workflow assistant is active. Now let's try once again. Morning routine workflow started. Todoist is not working. Let me see why. Is it actually calling? Yeah, it's calling Todoist. Let me see. Let's go to executions. So there is an execution which errored. This one. We can see that there is some problem here. Yeah, because it's calling bad request. Please check your parameters. So let's go then once again to the workflow itself, to the editor. Here something is not right. Let me just see what is here. Yeah, we have here basically no fields. Run once with all items, and here we don't have it. So let me see. Workflow inputs, run once with all items. From list, YouTube Todoist workflow. Workflow inputs. It tells me that there should be some workflow inputs and there should be not. Let's go back. Save. Let's go back to Todoist workflow. And here, yeah, because we selected here by mistake that we needed to define using JSON example, which is not correct. We just say that it should accept all data. So since it's accepting all data, we are saving this workflow. We are going back. As you have seen, it's I'm building in real time. So that's normally how it works. You do something is not working, you're going to debugging, you check the execution, and then you find out that you made some mistake, which is absolutely fine. So we're going to the workflow assistant. It's active now. Now, finally, it should all work. Let's make a test again. Hi there. No answer, which is good. Morning routine, there is an answer. Today tasks, there is an answer. So as you can see, both workflows are working, and we have defined a list of comments in the Telegram bot. We added description to each of these comments, and then we created a switch node which was routing this incoming data depending on the comment which is selected in Telegram. This concept is very powerful. You can create a list of comments once, you can enlarge it later. You can define different separate workflows. You can work in each of the workflows, modify the logic there absolutely independently on the Telegram bot or the main workflow in n8n where the switch logic is implemented. I hope you enjoyed the video and find it useful. That's how it works. You just normally start building the workflow and adding steps one by one. The most important thing is to try then to debug, to go to executions, check what is not working, finding an error, changing it once again, and then in the end, it will all work great. If you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate if you like it and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.